Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Our today's topic is depreciation and depreciation and reducing balance method on the proportionate usage basis or monthly basis. Here is a question. On Jan 1st, 2010, we bought a van 1 of $20,000. All figures are assumed in this question. July 1st, 2010 bought another van 2 of $20,000. Company uses 20% reducing balance method, proportionate basis or monthly basis. This means 20% is annual rate and we have to charge on the monthly basis. In 2011, on April 1st, bought another van 3 of 30,000. On the same rate, on April 1st, sold van 1, this one, van 1 for cash $14,000. Requirement of the questions are we have to prepare van account, allowance for depreciation account, and account of van 1's disposal account. You all students are supposed to copy this question and then we will solve this question one by one. You can pause the video, you can stop the video, and then you can copy question. I have screenshot of this question in my mobile. So I will see from my mobile and you can see from your register the question you have copied right now. So the first requirement of this question was preparing a van account. As we know, van is an asset. You all are supposed to open your notebooks and you can write at the same time, or it's up to you. You can copy once we have solved this question. This is debit side and this is credit side. Here we are not learning the rules of debit and credit. First of all, we write the beginning balance. Our question starting on 2010. We will check if there is starting balance in the question. No, there was nothing in the question. So that's why beginning balance BD will be 0 in this question. And then when the asset is increasing, we know according to the rules of debit and credit, when assets are increasing, we write on the debit side. On Jan 1st, we bought van 1 and paid cash or check of 20,000. On July 1st, we bought another van 2 and made payment of 20,000 this year we bought only these two books, these two vans. Another entry in the account is disposals entry. Did we dispose? Did we sell any asset in 2010? No. On 31st December 2010, at the year end, we will balance this question. Balancing footing is like this. Total of both sides 20,000 and 20,000, 40,000. Greater total we write on the both sides. As you know, this is balancing footing style. And the difference of two sides is also 40,000. We will write on the shorter side, and that is called balance CD. In the examination, you will not be using shortcuts. You must write full spelling balance CD. CD stands for carry down. And the same will be in 2011 on Jan 1st. Now balance BD will be 40,000. Mean at the start of year we had two van 1 and van 2. Then on 1st April we bought another van paying by check of 30,000. Asset is increasing. Again, we are writing on the debit side. And this year, we are disposing vehicle van 1, which we bought on 1st Jan 2010. So here we will be writing on April 1st. Disposal. Disposal means we are selling this asset. One important point here is you must not recording the sales value like 14,000 here. We received 14,000, but we disposed cost of van of 20,000 because this van account is consisting on van cost account. So here cost was increasing, here the cost of van is decreasing in this account. So one van 1 is decreasing, that's why we're writing on the credit side with the cost price of 20,000, not the 14,000, which is the cash received from the buyer. And then we will balance both sides. $40,000 and $30,000, $70,000, and $70,000 on both sides. Then we minus 20,000, so we will get 50,000. Which will be the balance CD. On 31st December 2011, and the same will be continuing in the next year on 2012 Jan 1st balance BD 50,000. Hope you have got how to prepare the van account or motor vehicle account or any non-current asset account depending on the questions requirement. Now I delete this and then we solve the next part. You can take the screenshot or you may pause the video and you can copy this on the register because we do not have sufficient space to show all the requirement at a one time. As you can understand, this is not very big whiteboard. To prepare the allowance for depreciation account, first we need to calculate depreciation and then we will put that depreciation figures into the allowance for depreciation account. So, see how we calculate depreciation. Under reducing balance method, formula of calculating depreciation is cost minus accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation means all previous year's depreciation multiplied by rate. In 2010, we bought van 1 of 20,000. Cost 20,000. Previous year depreciation was 0 because this is very new vehicle. So last year it was not used, so there was not any cumulative depreciation. Multiply by rate of depreciation, which is 20% in the question. So the answer will be 20,000 into 20%, 4,000. Full year depreciation will be charged on van 1 because we bought at the start of year like Jan 1st till December 31st. Van 2 also have cost of 20,000, no previous year depreciation and 20% rate, which is 4,000. Annual depreciation is 4,000, but because we bought this van the mid of year on 1st July, so we use this asset, we consume this asset only for 6 months. So we will be following the policy of proportionate basis or monthly basis. That's why we need to use fraction of 6 months, like 6 upon 12, because number of months are 12 in 1 year and 6 months we consume, so 6 upon 12. That means we use half year and half year depreciation will be 2,000. So the total depreciation for year 1 will be 4,000 and 2,000, 6,000. Hope you have got this year 1's calculation in 2010. And then in 2011, van 1's cost was 20,000. According to the formula, previous year depreciation of 4,000 will be deducted. And then we will be applying 20% rate, which is 3,200. But again, this is annual rate. We have to use monthly basis or proportionate basis. So we use this asset till March 31st because on 1st April we are selling this van So only 3 months we use this van. So only 3 upon 12 will be the depreciation. So that will be 800. You can use the calculator also. And then depreciation on van 2 will be calculated. Again, 20,000 is the cost according to the formula minus accumulated depreciation, which was 2,000 last year, and then we will apply 20% rate. This year we are charging full year depreciation because from 1st Jan 2011 till 31st December 2011 we are using whole year depreciation on the van 2. And then van 3, which is new one, we bought van 3 at 30,000. Because this is new van, so no accumulated depreciation here, 0. Then we multiply 20% rate, which is 6,000. But here we are using this van for 9 months. Like from 1st April till 31st December, we are using this van for 9 months. So 6,000 multiplied by 9 upon 12, which will be 4,500. So the total depreciation for this year will be, so you can calculate, you can use calculator also, 800 plus 3,600 plus 4,500 equals to 8,900. This is equal to 8,900. This is the total depreciation charged in 2011. We have calculated 2 years depreciation. One more very important depreciation is called disposal depreciation. Disposal depreciation is the total depreciation of an asset disposed. Disposal depreciation of van 1 will be, like we use van 1 in 2010 and 2011. In 2010 we use this van and we charge depreciation 4,000, and then we use this van in 2011 and we charge depreciation 800. So the total depreciation will be 4,800. This is the disposal depreciation calculated for the van 1. You are supposed to copy this calculation and then we prepare the allowance for depreciation account. I also take a picture of this question so that we can use this calculation in the preparation of allowance for depreciation. So the calculation of depreciation was in 2010, total depreciation was 6,000. In 2011, total depreciation calculated was 8,900, and next was the disposal depreciation, which was 4,800. Through these three calculations, through these three answers, we can prepare allowance for depreciation account and disposal account very easily. To prepare the allowance for depreciation, sometimes this is called provision for depreciation also. Allowance for depreciation. Allowances or provisions have their credit balances. Normally we write provision, if provision are increasing or allowances are increasing, we write on the credit side, on this side. If allowances or provision are decreasing, we write on the debit side. Following these rules of debit and credit, we will be charging and making provision for depreciation or allowance for depreciation account. On Jan 1st, 2010, we will write beginning balance, which is called balance BD, or brought down balance, which is 0 in this question, because we started van from Jan 1st, 2010. So there was not any beginning balance. If it would be provided in the question, we must be writing beginning balance here. On each year and we write depreciation or allowance for depreciation on the credit side. In this year, allowance for depreciation will be 6,000, we'll be writing on the credit side, and this is charged to the income statement. That's why we write income statement here. We create provision or allowances from the income statement. We charge this expense to the income statement. That's why we're writing on the opposite side explanation, income statement here. And the third entry we write here, we check if any asset is disposed or not. In 2010, nothing was disposed, so that's why there was not any allowance for depreciation decreasing. On 31st December 2010, what will be the balance CD? We see through the balancing footing. We see greater total and shorter. Greater total we write on both sides. This side is 0, so the balancing of both sides will be 6,000 is the balancing figure. This is called the balance CD. This is called balance CD. CD stand for carried down. We may write CF or BF also. Next year, on Jan 1st, 2011, whatever is the balance CD, same will be the balance BD, because where we end, next day we start from the same balance. On 1st Jan 2011, last year total allowance for depreciation was 6,000. And this year, we are charging depreciation of 8,900 and we are making allowance for depreciation of 8,900. This means allowance for depreciation is increasing. That's why on 31st December, we are writing here is just the explanation that we are charging this to the income statement 8,900. In 2011, we sold van 1. This is very important to understand. When the allowance was increasing, we were writing on the credit side. If asset is no more, we have sold that non-current asset, so we must decrease the allowance related to that van 1. That is called disposal depreciation. This disposal depreciation we have to decrease from the allowance for depreciation, because this depreciation and this depreciation is showing total non-current assets or total vans depreciation. This consisting of all three vans depreciation. We have to decrease allowance related to the van 1. So on April 1st, 2011, we disposed van 1, and the allowance for depreciation of that van was 4,800. Double entry of disposal account, and then we will balance this account. Total, greater total on both sides, which is 14,900, 14,900, and the difference of two sides, this is 14,900, 14,900, and minus 4,800. So we will see that the difference of two sides is 10,100. This is called balance CD. You can check the calculation on 31st December 2011. Then we prepare disposal account. In the disposal account, we record 4 entries. In any non-current assets disposal account, we record 4 entries. First entry, to record we transfer van 1 cost on the debit side of disposal account, which was 20,000. All entries are passed on the same date, on April 1st. Here we will be writing the disposal depreciation allowance for depreciation, which was 4,800. 4,800. And the third double entry, we record in the disposal account whatever cash or checks we received from selling this non-current asset, from this van. We received 14,000, which is written in the question, and then we balance two sides. Fourth entry we calculate through the balancing figure. Greater total we write on both sides as 20,000 is greater total. Here we have to write 20,000 on both sides. And the difference on shorter side. You can see clearly that this side is looking shorter, like 14 and for 18,800. The difference is of 1200. Whenever your debit side is greater and credit side is shorter, so this means you are selling this non-current asset at loss. So you sold this non-current asset at loss, mean you sold less than the book value of this asset. So we will be charging this loss to the income statement. We will charge this loss to the income statement. But if it would be difference here, clear? So again we would be charging this to the income statement, but this would be gain on disposal or profit on disposal. I repeat this thing again. After writing 1, 2, 3 transaction in the van account, we check the difference of two sides. If this side, debit side is greater, like this side is shorter, difference coming on the credit side, that means this is a loss on disposal, loss on sale of non-current asset, which is 1200 in this question. But if the credit side is greater, so the difference of shorter side will be debit side and difference will be on this side. So this will be showing gain on disposal or profit on sale of non-current asset, which will be transferred to the income statement. Hope you have got this question. Thank you.